New angry video game nerd.
I have a bad feeling about this. We're going to play a bunch of Star Wars games. The movies were a prime target for video game adaptations. They were full of all kinds of action set pieces, with battles taking place in space and on land, lightsaber duels, speeder bike chases. They had lovable characters, great storylines, and a classic mythology that was ripe for expanding upon in the world of gaming. So how could it fuck that up? Let's find out. Our journey begins, innocently enough, with the Atari 2600. This is the first Star Wars game, or at least the first Atari version, based on the first movie. It follows the same format as the arcade version, which came out before. It focuses on only one scene from the movie, the climactic rebel attack on the Death Star. It's unimpressive, to say the least, but for the time, it was ambitious to try and create a 3D perspective. And besides, the Atari 2600 is well known for not being able to live up to the arcade standards of quality. The Empire Strikes Back, again, only borrowed from one scene, the fight against the Imperial Walkers on the planet Hoth. Unlike the other game, this follows the two-dimensional side-scrolling format, similar to games like Defender. All you do is shoot down an infinite army of walkers while avoiding their laser beams. Did that blast just come from a gas? Are these walkers, or are these dogs shitting out airborne turds? They take a lot of hits. You just keep shooting them until they change different colors and eventually explode. The control is fluid. The longer you drive the joystick, the more momentum your ship gains. Return to Jedi focuses on the second Death Star battle. It figures out of all the scenes that could have chosen, they go with a space scene. You know why? Because Atari loves space. The best way to describe Atari in a nutshell is spaceship shoot laser, boom, that's it. Just the amount of games that begin with the word star is overwhelming. Or damn, space. What was this, the fucking space age of gaming? If this game wasn't called Star Wars, it would just seem like any other Atari game. The controls are similar to the classic Asteroids. Even though I said they picked the space scene, there actually was another Return to Jedi game that focused on the Ewok stage. That's one way to make more money, split them up into two different games. However, the Ewok game was never released. If you get close to the stars, you can destroy it. But unfortunately, there's a giant dance floor in space stretching out for infinite light years. You have to wait for a hole to appear, go in the hole, and now you can engage the Death Star. Going with the dance theme, I think this would be a better game if you were trying to destroy a giant disco ball. Yeah, the storyline is that disco is coming back, and you gotta stop it. It would be called Disco Fuck Yourself, but now I'm just thinking out loud. So you keep shooting away at the Death Star, blasting away all the pieces, hoping that you can make all the pieces go away before all your brain cells do the same. Once you have a clear shot for the center, it's time to go boom. It's gonna go boom. It's Atari, I know it. It's gonna go boom. Oh! There's another game called Jedi Arena. It's supposed to be based on the scene in Star Wars A New Hope, where Luke is training with that flying metal orb figure. So you're waving your lightsaber back and forth, reflecting electric charges. I guess the idea is to reflect it to the other player or the computer. The best way I can describe it, it feels sort of like playing pinball when the ball is stuck somewhere and you just keep jamming the flippers back and forth and main. There you have the Atari Star Wars games. Not so good, but it's Atari, so it's excusable. But now we're moving on to the Famicom. This game was only released in Japan. It never came out on the NES. You know that could mean one of two things. Either it was the only good one, or the worst of all. Let's see. The cutscenes are promising enough, until you get to the gameplay. Luke has black hair, even though it's blonde in the cutscenes, so never mind. Let's get on with it. I'm dead already. All it takes is one hit. Couldn't there be a light bar? Oh, this lightsaber sucks. It goes right through the enemies. You can only hit them when they're really close. Oh, come on, I jumped over that. You're telling me if I'm anywhere near a projectile, I get hit, but when I'm trying to hit an enemy, I have to be precise. That's real fair. So now I'm inside the Jawa sandcrawler, murdering stormtroopers and birds. Now I'm fighting Darth Vader already. He's inside the sandcrawler because why? Oh well, who cares?
Did that happen in the movie? Did that happen in any of the movies? Did Darth Vader say to Luke, I am your father, and I am also a fucking scorpion? No, it's not true. That's impossible! Why does Darth Vader turn into a fucking scorpion? That doesn't even happen in the special edition. There is no version of Star Wars in this universe or timeline or any other, I'm sure of it, where Darth Vader turns into a fucking scorpion. I need a beer. Hey, where's my beer droid? Hey! Come on, bring me a beer.
Yeah, it's my beer droid.
Hey! Alright. Okay. Yeah. Alright, come on.
The next stage, you're the land speeder mowing down stormtroopers. Well, this is easy. The stormtroopers can't even harm you with their laser blast. If you hit a wall, you lose the land speeder. But other than that, you're invincible. Okay, so I guess he's going into the Mos Eisley bar. That's the famous scene in the movie where Luke meets Han Solo. But one thing I didn't know was that they allow land speeders in the bar. What, does Luke just crash his way in?
Quite interesting, actually. In this version, Luke gets to the bar so fast that Han and Greedo were still talking at the table. You know, who shot first, Han or Greedo, whatever. But actually, neither one of them did. Luke kills Greedo with his land speeder right after Han says, over my dead body. Boom! All of a sudden, Luke comes through, crashing with the fucking land speeder. I want to see that in the next special edition.
Now we're already flying away in the Millennium Falcon. You don't even get to see the inside of the bar. We've already established that this game has nothing to do with the movie, so at this point, I just like to see what kind of ridiculous shit is going on. But no, we don't even get a cutscene. Nothing. After a pitifully standard space shooter stage, we're back inside scrolling again. Game over. Is that Darth Vader breathing? Or is that the sound of the ocean? Now I start from the beginning. Yep, it's one of those games. No continues, 3 lives, 1 hit death. Simple as that. You make 3 mistakes, you go all the way back to the beginning. There's little in the way of one-ups. No password system, and no stage select code. Doesn't matter how far you get, if you die, you're doing it all over. Even on the novice setting, it's still hard. The odds of successfully navigating through this miserable fuck heap is 3,720 to 1. There's certain Jedi powers you can use to help yourself through, but you only get these for a limited time. The only way to progress is through trial and error. You need to familiarize yourself with the layout. Like here, I thought I could jump down that waterfall, but nope, that's the wrong way. Each time I play this, I progress a little farther than the last. But if only I didn't have to keep playing the earlier stages over and over again. After the 20th fucking time, I'm burned out. This is worse than a piece of shit. It's a whole shit. The NES got a different Star Wars game. Hold on, no LJN? It's a movie-based game. It's on Nintendo, and